Welcome back, everybody. Underdog Jets podcast. We're live, and I'm glad we're live, Wayne, because I know you got some thoughts. Wayne Chrebet is here, Jets legend, and he was at practice today, folks. I think he's pretty hyped because Aaron Glenn has Jets fans hyped based on what we saw at Lambeau. But what were your thoughts today, Wayne?
No, it was good. Good practice. It's different with inter squad, obviously versus Giants.
Yeah.
It's always a big, more heated. Not a lot of fights, but the one fight that started, Aaron Glenn got right in the middle of it. He got everybody back on the ball and just had him going again. But it was spirited, but it was funny how I was going to start and go to the comments right away. Anthony G, 703. I'm not going to overreact to one preseason game, but we're going to we'll go to the Super Bowl. Seriously, that was the most competent game I've seen us play in a long time. Yes, we're going to talk about the game. It's just different. Obviously, there was mistakes and some foolish plays and, some mental errors and stuff like that. But just the way it was handled as far as the accountability, you could see how AG treated some of the guys. But it's kind of like a knock them down, dust them off kind of thing. But he showed he's not going to take no bad plays.
Because I was on the defensive side. I started on the offensive side. So you probably saw the offense the entire day. Yeah. Can you – I missed the fight. Can you describe to everyone what happened? And did you see anyone who specifically started it? Was it a big scrum?
No, it was a massive – it was just, O-linemen.
O-linemen getting each other's face.
Yeah, and then everybody comes over. But no one was swinging. But, nobody – that's the thing. You don't want to be the first guy to let go of the jersey or let go of the face mask. It's just, at some point, someone's got to come in between it. You know what I mean? It's like if you ever see the stare-offs, like UFC or something.
Yes.
Who backs away first or who shakes hands first.
Yes.
It's better if someone just comes and breaks them up and, no one feels like a sissy. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it was.
So, in other words, Aaron Glenn didn't come in too hot like Jeff Van Gundy with Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, on the leg.
Yeah, the leg jockey. That was an Aaron Glenn today, right?
Yeah. Tyson Manning. My favorite was Clemens was fighting, like always. Yeah, he's just
Clemens got in the mix.
Like he got thrown with a punch in the preseason game.
Yes,
it's like come on, just take it. If you just don't swing back, you're gonna get the 15. It's always gonna be offsetting. But AG got in his face and didn't let him go. But like I said, it got to the point where it's, it was enough, more than enough. But, I didn't just keep turning around looking at him. But he let him know, I'm not going to stand for this. This is stupid. No. It's foolish.
I can't tell you how many Jets fans loved. That was the favorite part about Saturday, how he got in the face of McCrary Ball. It was Clemens had that personal foul, which you just talked about, and then McCrary Ball on the sideline, which was a late hit. Absolutely. And they had penalties, but I mean, how did you feel about that? Glenn holding them to account, basically.
Yeah, accountability. I mean, just talking like Christopher Johnson today, he just notices the difference. And we talk every, for the season, during, I sit with him and it's just like, this feels different. I said to him today, I feel like not everything's surrounded around one guy. Sorry, one guy, like Aaron. It's just things were spread out. The media spread out, the attention people spread out, everybody's getting a little love, it's not just what did Aaron do today? What did Aaron not do today? Is Aaron, it's just talk about the whole team as a unit and individually. And it's just, the vibe is just different.
Agreed. And it was, from like the technical aspect, the run D, did you see Sauce on that second play of the game where he got in on the run? Dude, he met him at the line of scrimmage. Yes, he got driven back a few yards, but that's okay. I'll take that every time. Meeting him at the line of scrimmage, dude. That's a different attitude.
Yeah, it's if you're the first guy there, you just throw an arm out there. The guys barely break stride, but they're doing one-on-one live tackling drills. We didn't talk about it, but they're out there in space. Running live tackling drills last week. So, people are working on, back to the original stuff. How to put your head across the side and wrap the legs and stuff like that. So, a little more technical in tackling this year.
Yeah, you were at and for fans who don't know, was it last week? What did the Legends Day? Was it last week?
The day before and the day I was there. They
Okay.
were, just throwing the ball and opening space and running backs with linebackers and receivers with DBs. And it was kind of like you talk about how tough you are. You can't tackle someone in the open field. It gets a little embarrassing in front of your peers and the fans. It makes you, who's gonna step up in line and who's gonna kind of like, oh, I need to get a drink or stretch right now.
Yes. You see the people shy away, kind of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there's something about putting a spotlight on those guys that you just love. And listen, dude, at the NFL level, you know this, it is so hard to tackle these guys one-on-one in space. So tackling drills aren't the same, but still, just that having those juices flowing and giving your guys a challenge, I think is so huge. And it showed in the preseason game. It really did.
Also, it's like the linemen never see what the receivers, DBs are doing, and vice versa because they're on other sides.
True.
But that was the whole team together. So, like I said, it's just bragging rights a little bit, but it makes you try a little harder. So when game comes, it's just natural and it's easy. Games are always easy. Practice is the hard part.
Yep. And I hear there were some pushback to Glenn playing as starters in the preseason game, and I just don't understand it. Like, it's football, you play. And I think injuries happen more if you don't play and you take it easy and then you go full force week one. It's like, I think week one is a mirage. People think, oh, who's the healthiest team week one? No, it's about being the healthiest team over the entire course of the season. So I think playing your guys is the right move too.
Yeah, we talked about it. You just got to be used to falling down and getting up, getting hit, falling down and getting up, and getting into a pile and getting, kind of hit from all sides. You got to get that soreness. You can't have that first soreness be, open a week. You got to be like conditioned to it and calloused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got to put your hand on the ground and let a cleat step on it just to get ready.
Just get your pain threshold up, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You don't have the first hit be like, wow, that hurt. And it'd be like, bounce off you, man. It's football. You gotta hit. You gotta you don't have to do the whole practice that way, but you should be hitting the ground a couple times, whether you're diving or whatever it is. You can't just do two-hand touch to get prepared for a NFL season.
That's why I miss grass. I miss natural grass because you could tell by a player's uniform how often he was on the ground back in the day.
Yeah. So it's, you don't want anybody getting tangled up, but when you get hit and you go down and you get rolled around, you get up, you just feel a little juice,
Yep. Check this comment out. Pat Marinello, how many receivers could make the final 53 roster? And Brandon Smith, Brandon Smith, that big target who had at least one catch against Green Bay. He's showing something in camp, and he has a chance. They got like 9 or 10 really good receivers. I don't know who's going to make it right now. Did anyone stand out today, Wayne?
What number is Smith?
80. I should know this. Ontario Wilson's 81. Smith is 84, I think, but I'll confirm in a second here.
And Reynolds is 83.
Yes, Reynolds is 83.
He dropped
Tyler Johnson had that hell of a catch on the corner. I think it was a corner, right?
What was he?
In double coverage, pretty much. Tyler Johnson. I could put it up on the screen. The Jets put it out.
Yeah. So and I saw Josh drop one. A dig route. It didn't phase him, and I'm just like, I'm looking. I didn't know it was him. I'm like, I thought it was a rookie, and I'm like, I was like, wow, I didn't even bother him. No one said nothing. I'm like, oh, he got 10 years in the league. I'm like, he'll get that.
The middle of the field? Was that the middle of the field? Yes. The safety. Yeah.
Rare, but it's weird. But Corley's number 6, right?
Corley's 6, and by the way, Brandon Smith is 87. Jets fans.
Okay. So Corley, my vision isn't good, so I see 5 and 6 look kind of similar to me.
They do,
and they both dress the same way as far as all green, and just watching them, I kind of like see some quickness there. Well, not as much as Garrett, but until I see who it is, I was like, wow, he looks quicker than he did last year for such a stocky guy. So where is he on the depth chart?
Who's this, Corley?
Well, yeah.
It's He's down there. Like right now, I think he wouldn't make the roster. That's what the competition looks like. Let's share a screen here. Let me give you a good idea. There's about 9 or 10 guys. Like that's the problem. And if you think about it, it's either going to be 6 or 7, most likely, who make it.
Receivers?
Yeah.
I don't
maybe
know,
even 5, maybe 5,
yeah.
but yeah.
5 in a slash receiver. So, the 5th and 6th guy have to play special teams.
Yeah, Pritchett. I like Pritchett a lot because he has explosiveness. On the screen, here's the Tyler Johnson catch. Oh, there goes Garrett up and over, out and up.
Yeah. Even last week, I saw 16 standing out.
Yeah, he runs routes. I think in terms of route running, he's number 2 behind Garrett.
I think. Where did he come from?
I think Minnesota was his college, and he's been a journeyman. He's been everywhere. Yeah. He's been Tampa, but his rookie year or second year, he was labeled as a breakout player. It just never happened for him.
Yeah, I know I've seen him make plays in practice. I've been to 4 practices now. I've seen him make a lot of plays.
Yeah, he's really entrenched.
He's got some passion, and it's contagious. He gets excited. You can see he gets excited after a play like that.
Yeah, let's try to find a depth chart here. Well, we got everyone.
Jets Worldwide says Wayne Lamont Burns says hello. Lamont Burns, awesome guy. Blast from the past. The difference in tackling is awesome, says Larry Romano. Yeah, it's different, and you got some guys that aren't afraid to stick their head in there now, which is when you get 1, 2, 3 guys at the point of attack, you get guys running hard, but slowing down a little bit before contact. Not Braylon Allen, but some of those other guys.
Doesn't he look just ready to bust out? That guy.
We were there right at the beginning of practice, and I was with John Abraham. He's looking like, who is that? And it was Brandon. He's like, damn. He's like, that's a big dude. I was like, I'm telling you, man. He had never seen them in person before, Abraham, and I was like, yeah, it was a monster, man.
Yeah, he looks like Derrick Henry. He really does. Like, he's got that body.
And so if people ask, as far as the Breece Hall thing getting traded, listen,
it's not gonna. No way.
It would go against exactly what Aaron Glenn's saying about keeping our guys and taking care of our guys. Yeah, they're not going to resign him right now. He'll play the option year, but it's just he's a nightmare of a matchup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you spread him out like that, and it's the weird thing about him is he doesn't look like he's running fast.
Yeah,
but he is. He doesn't. It's just striding out, but he just needs to. Not hitting the hole as hard as Braylon is, so it seems obvious. He's hitting it pretty good, but Braylon's north and south, so It just seems a little more glaring, the difference between the two of them when they're running downhill.
It's crazy. Jets fans and all fans. It's like if you praise one guy, then the other guy needs to be in the doghouse. No. Like Braylon could lead the team in rushing, even though I think Fields will. Braylon could be the leader in the running backs room in rushing, while Breece still has more touches. That's how valuable he is. In this type of offense where they're short at receiver and it's a lot of 3-step drops and quick, Breece is a dangerous weapon. Like, look at the receiving room right now. Here are the guys. I don't know who they're going to keep. I have no idea.
Wow, I didn't even see Aaron Smith play. What number is he?
82.
Okay.
So Garrett's a lock.
Yeah.
You got Garrett 1, Josh 2. Because of the blocking, Lazard 3. Lazard and Reynolds are great blockers. That's why I think they're going to play a lot of 3 receivers, because the blocking matchup is there with that. Them against DBs. Arian Smith 4, Tyler Johnson 5, or reverse it. And then your Corley, Gibson, Pritchett, Brandon Smith all battling for 6. They got some depth there.
You know who Breece Hall reminds me of?
Who?
He spread out, catch 60, 70 balls from the ball. Richie Anderson.
Ooh.
Kurt's got that bump of the stuff, but Richie got his touches, he got his catches, he got his screens. You know what I mean? Richie had like 80 catches. He went to the Pro Bowl, and you know what I mean? The whole team went to the Pro Bowl. Everybody got touches. But,
Richie could play tight end.
You need that 4th and 1. Monday Night Miracle when he caught it and just got smashed.
Destroyed, dude. The most underrated play in Jets history. It might have been because everyone forgets about that play.
No, I remember. Just similar, like you could put them in space and they could run. It's a good compliment.
Yeah. Richie's tremendous.
Corley. I don't know if have we seen anything from Corley. Is he back? People are asking.
He's definitely playing, and Gibson, who was hurt, is back now. He was out there, so I think the final 2 spots are going to come down to Gibson, Pritchett, Brandon Smith, and Corley. 2 of those 4, or maybe just 1 of those 4. We'll see.
Listen, someone's going to have to step up because they're going to get a lot of time in the preseason games. Is there only 3 preseason games?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know.
Remember back in your day when there were 6?
Yeah. Our back looked really good. Yeah, that fullback. He had a couple catches.
Yeah, he could play fullback.
47. Yeah, he's.
Yep. He used to play tight end too. Yep.
Yeah, my feeling, talking with people today on staff was like, and management was like, with these practices with the Giants, if you can get your 75 plays in with these guys where you're going hard, right through the whistle, full speed like that, that's the prep. You don't need to get in the game and risk it. I mean, it's a little more controlled what it is today. But if you're getting your 60, 70 reps that you'd want to get in the preseason this week, you know what I mean, inter-squad, that kind of prepares you a little bit. So I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yes.
To play for 10 plays.
Oh, I think we lost Wayne. Oh, man. Someone comment to make sure it's not me. Fields will have 30 touchdowns total, 10 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, on Asman's show earlier, someone was talking about betting the over. Yeah, it's Wayne. Wayne, you froze. Let me send you a text.
Back. I'm back.
You're back? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about Fields over under 10 rushing touchdowns on the season?
10 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, 10. What do you think?
What's the Jets record? 3?
What's their over under? I think it's 5.5 now.
No, I'm saying what's the most
in the season
ever run for the Jets? Who's a runner? Well, Ken O'Brien used to run, but he's not like that. We didn't have like a tush push.
Vic didn't get enough games to have the. That's a good question.
For the Jets franchise.
Yeah.
I know, like Randall and Michael Vick and all that, but could he get 10? I don't know. I mean, you got those 2 big boys to give to down to the goal line, but I bet you he has at least majority of them are over 5, 10 yards, 15 yards. Like, you know what I mean? It's not going to be like a push. He's going to roll out just like he did. What was it, 13, 14 yards?
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do. It's going to be like that.
I have the answer. The man who has the most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback in history, 20, Richard Todd.
In how many in his best season? So he played what? How many years? So
that's surprisingly high for him, actually. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. Let's see. Richard Todd.
So Mark Sanchez today.
Yeah, that's right. Sanchez. Who else did you bump into? How was Sanchez?
I never spoke to him before. I never was around with Rex or Mangini or really Gase, any of those guys. When Salah came in, they started bringing the vets back more and doing more of the legend stuff. But no, nice guy. We talked for a little bit. John Abraham was there, who's nice to see. I know people don't even talk about it. He should get a look at the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you realize statistically what he did. He had like 160 sacks.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He was dominant. He was dominant.
Nobody talks about him.
He's one of those guys like Terrell Davis where he was dominant at his position for a few years, but he still had longevity.
He went to Atlanta was Pro Bowl. He went to the Cardinals, but who else was there? Rob Carpenter's always there.
Rob Carpenter was Mawai.
and Tony Richardson are like the, we're at everything. Who else was there?
Gerald Soule, was he back?
That was the other day. Soule was there. Ray Mickens was there. Mawai was there.
Fabini. Was Fabini back today or no?
Fabini was there last time. No,
last time.
Yeah. I couldn't remember who else was. Quincy Noon was there. So different crew than last time.
Yeah, Anunwa looks like he could still play, man. He's still a young pup too, though.
Yeah, he's young. He's not feeling he's got that neck that he would have had a good career, man, a really good career. Yeah. But it's you gotta be lucky, man, that stuff like that doesn't happen to you. It's a freak thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jets defense is gonna be nasty, a lot more blitzing. Quincy will have a lot of sacks and tackles for loss. Yeah, yep. He the D lineman like that is their linebacker's best friend. Just like when they had Sam Adams and Saragusa in the Ravens, no one could get on Ray Lewis and all those guys.
Running free. Yep.
Yeah, running free.
Yep. And Quincy on the second play of the game, the play that Sauce made the tackle, it was 2nd and 5 because they went off sides, encroachment. 1st and 5 incomplete. 2nd and 5, they put a blitz on with Quincy, but a motion took him outside, so he had to start from like 5 yards back. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, if you watch the replay, he came in like a bat out of hell, blitzing off the edge. It was insane. Yeah, fortunately, the running back went to the other. Once he saw it, he went to the other side, and Sauce got him.
Right. So, overall, to wrap up the preseason game, you saw you wanted to see everybody's healthy. You saw enough of Fields to see when he was on time. His pass was there. He took, like I said, with the two with Beck right over the ball. He was easiest throw was right over the ball. Yep. Good run after catch. Put it right on him. And he shows, he got out of bounds when he needed to. He scored the touchdown. Another guy, he's moving, but he doesn't look. He's gliding. He's not
dude. Other than Lamar, he's the fastest He's the quickest quarterback in the league by far. It's not even close.
He's just got some foolish penalties, maybe, and also outside the pass interference is what's going to happen.
I don't mind. Yeah, get ready. Listen, defensive pass interference and holds, I guarantee you Glenn will live with those. That's not a problem. Those will happen. You want him to play aggressively, but the stupid penalties is what he's kind of trying to cut off,
O-line looked good. Tight ends looked really good. All the tight ends look good. Kicker made all his kicks, so
yeah,
it's a good start. We said in the beginning, it's not a Super Bowl. It's not but like Aaron said after the game, win's a win. I don't care if you're playing at the schoolyard or preseason, whatever. A win is a win, and winning is contagious, and so is losing. So to start out with a win, everybody felt good, on the plane ride home from Green Bay.
Yep, and Bill Parcells, he always felt like winning in the preseason meant something, and I feel like Glenn feels the same way. He talked about it before going into Green Bay,
Yeah, why should it be right for the starters or the main guys to say, well, it was a loss because we didn't play? Well, you can't just because we didn't play. We played one series it's a loss, man. I mean, it's don't feel good. It should never feel good, even in any circumstances. You shouldn't accept that. Even if it's the old guys rooting for the young guys, it means a lot.
Yeah, and with Fields, I just thought of this. Fields with the first drive, for fans who are worried about Fields saying he didn't do much, that's sort of that's the point. Like Wayne said, it's not about just one player. If their O-line is dominant and Membu's a player, my God, they're going to be able to do a lot of different things. And don't look at the scheme. I love the scheme, but the way they're teaching the guys in the scheme, the fact that Fields graciously accepts the underneath and is thinking about that in the right spot. Right. The way they're teaching run defense and not going downhill like madmen, and their spacing is right. It's good stuff, man. It really is.
Let's put it this way, okay? And see if this makes sense. Mm-hmm. By noticing players and what they do. If you haven't, if you don't have a feeling about someone, because you notice the bad plays more than the good plays. So if they're all good plays, nothing stands out unless it's like a tremendous play. But the fact that it's just not, you didn't think about it too much means there was no bad plays. Because the bad plays is the one that stands out. What are we talking about? I don't know what else Clemens did in the game. He could have had 3 sacks.
Yes.
But we're talking about the personal foul. That kid, pushing the guy out of bounds. He could have had, a fumble on a punt return, causing a fumble and this. We don't know. We just
don't remember it. Yeah.
The negative thing. So the fact that Justin Fields, we're not talking about him excessively, means he's good. He did his job. There's nobody coming out of that game saying, I don't know if he's the guy. Has anybody said that this week?
No, 0.
Yeah. Right.
0. And listen, he missed a pass on the sideline, but no one's saying that because he had command of the offense and he did the right thing.
Listen.
Yeah. Excellent point.
Good thing. It's a good thing if no one's talking about you. Unless, like you said, crazy player winning, diving catch or something. Dude.
Yeah.
Talk about crazy stuff. Did that guy from Jacksonville or something hit a 70-yard field goal?
Yes. Little.
That happened, right?
That happened. And I'm angry. I'm personally angry. I shouldn't be. But I'm personally angry because I had him on my fantasy team, drafted him as a rookie, kept him the whole year. He disappointed, and I cut him, and now he's exploding to be this next great dude. So thanks a lot, Little. But yeah, that's incredible.
Listen,
70.
I didn't mean to change the subject, but
nah, dude, this show we change subjects anytime.
Yeah, well, no matter what he does, they're gonna be like, dude, that's the kid who made 70-yard. But that's the whole point of the team. The names we're kind of talking about are, guys who just did your job and did well. That's good, and majority of the guys did that.
Yeah. Communicated well on D. Cisco from the top. He's a leader. It's I'm really optimistic about the defense, especially, and the offensive line. Jets fans, I'm telling you, don't worry about Fields. Offensive line, Membu, Fashanu, Tippmann, those dudes. That's the ticket.
And Fields wasn't just taking off. It wasn't like he panicked and he stepped up in the pocket. He had space.
It was poised there.
And it's just too fast. If guys are standing still or on their heels or kind of like don't have a good angle, he's gonna get, it's a race to the sideline. He's gonna either run out of room or he's gonna score. It's just how he's gonna score the majority of his touchdowns where he's going right inside the pylon.
Yep. How do you feel about?
Yeah, he's just gonna outrun people that way.
He's so damn fast. He had poise in the pocket, like you were alluding to. How do you feel about Edwards, the 4th string running back from Michigan, who played a hell of a game in the second half?
I didn't see the second half. So some young guy showed up.
I'm not trying to rain on his parade. I'd never want to do that. I thought it was more a credit of the offensive line coaching. The O-line was tremendous in the second half. The backup, second team, third string O-line. Right. Donovan Edwards, I think he has a chance to make it. There was a play today where he dropped the ball, got deflected and intercepted, but I bring it up because he tweaked something with his, hopefully he's not hurt, but he tweaked something down low in his leg. To answer your question, whoever made the comment, good comment, good question. I think he has a chance, but I don't know what they're going to do with the 4th running back. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if he got hurt or it was kind of like pride. You know what I mean? Like, he fumbled and then he kind of looked behind.
Oh, you know what play I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Me and one of the guys were watching it, like, he dropped it or whatever it was. And then he kind of like, checked his leg and then
he did stay in, right?
He dropped off, but then he was back in. I was just like, it's more of a pride check. It's like, like you stepped on something or what like that.
Good call. Good call. You're right.
No, I do the same thing. You lay there for a sec, like, I don't know, man.
You got to collect yourself, man. However you need to do, collect yourself. If you're Paul Pierce, you hop in a wheelchair. If other guys, you stay on the ground for a little bit.
Yeah. So I think he's fine. But for the most part, I think everybody got through the day healthy on both teams, I think. I saw one giant down, but I think he ended up being all right. But it was hot as hell out there. So they were out there. They worked hard.
Dude, I tell all the other writers out there, I'm such a bit like, I'm usually not a baby with most things in life, but with the heat in August, my Irish ancestors set me up horribly for this. I can't handle it. I'm such a baby.
Wait, you guys are up top, right?
So there was options. You could be on the sideline in front of the stands to watch the offense, or go up top to watch the defense.
Okay.
And I started on the sideline, then I went up top to try to watch both fields, and that was a stupid thing because you can't see what's happening.
Yeah, you guys weren't even in the club, man. You guys were watching from the parking lot. They wanted to let you in the club.
Oh,
It kept me.
jeez.
What do you do, man? But
my dad's side is Eastern European, like Polish, but that it just doesn't help me enough. My mom's Irish ancestors doing me. I'm telling you.
Gotcha. So yeah. So all in all, man, like I said, with the 30-minute mark, everybody who tuned in, let me see if we get more comments. About the Giants D line is going to be awesome this year.
Yeah, they got talent.
Carter and Thibodeau, and then Dexter Lawrence is monstrous.
I think he's the best D tackle in the league. I mean, Chris Jones, obviously, but run stuffer, I think Dexter Lawrence is the best D tackle in the league.
I was right there, and they were doing their one-on-ones, full line, but they're doing one-on-ones. And,
yeah, how was that? I didn't see it at all.
It was good. No fighting though. It's weird.
No fighting.
More, like, crazy, but it was just rapid.
Nice.
Go. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was good. It was smart. It's smart. I talked to Dable for the first time. I've never really met Brian Dable.
What was he like?
He told me a story. Like,
he had a story ready for you, or did it come to mind?
Met him. I wasn't even sure it was him. I thought it was, but
he's lost a lot of weight recently.
He just said hello. I said hello. I had a name tag on, so but I was just like,
what? Hold on. Time out. Why would you need a name tag on?
No, we all wear tags just as far as walking around stuff. Not for that. It's for not for the to be on the field. It's for walking around inside the facility with anybody.
I get it, but like fans are going to comment and be like, Wayne Chrebet does not need a name tag.
Everybody wears a name tag.
All right, what did Dable say?
Every single person. Promise you.
What did Dable say? What was the story? Could it be
I guess he was in New England.
Yeah.
With Belichick and just watching film on me, talking to the DBs, and talking about, with the defense and, Bill wanting to double me. Say, I'm not letting him beat me on third down. And, one dude's like, I'm not going to double that white mother.
Who said that? Bill?
I don't need to double. And then, and then it's like during the game, it's just like, yeah, I need some help. This is like, they all thought they had it.
This is the good stuff, Wayne. You got to. This is the stuff you got to bring to us. Yes.
They told Bill, I got him, and they need help in the second half. I don't know who it was, but he just said, everybody in there was just like, nah, I'll lock him up. And Bill said, I'm not letting him beat me on third down. I don't care. I'll put.
And then he doubled you in the second half.
They always had somebody behind them. Yeah. To the left or right of them.
Little bracket. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what he was saying.
Who was the coach that said, I'm not doubling that white MFer? Did he say?
No, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't a racist thing at all. It was just
I know it's not racist. It's hilarious. Yeah. That's what it is.
Funny, right?
Yeah. It's the best stuff.
Well, if you say that, who it is, it's just funny. That's the first time I met him. And he's like, I got a story for you. I'm like, I hate that because usually it's like something weird.
Yes.
But it's respect. So I appreciated the story. I was laughing with him.
That's tremendous. That is so good.
I wish those guys the best, the Giants. There's a good practice. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's healthy. It was a good day to be there with the vets, and just let the fans know everything's on course right now. And that's all you could do is just look forward day by day.
Yeah, dude. And what I say to fans is you're allowed to be excited. Like what we saw Saturday was good stuff. You're allowed to be excited and still not think they're going to the Super Bowl. That's fine. Like the two things aren't together. Just be excited that the first building block looks to be really solid.
Listen, if you want to be reserved, but you can't be dreading anything right now.
Yes, exactly.
Let's get to the first game. You can't dread something that's not even happened yet. Something, not even possible yet. So, but from the comments, I appreciate everybody tuning in. You could see there's no
no, it's all good stuff.
There's no panic.
No, not at all.
So everything looks good, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I know there's a lot of people in chat and viewing today. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Wayne, we will see you. We'll try to do a show next week.
Remember the cereal?
What's that? What is that?
Chrebet Crunch cereal.
Oh, I've never, you know what? I know about Chrebet Crunch, but I've never actually had the privilege of having a bowl myself.
Yeah. It's not now. It's like petrified honey nut Cheerios.
You gotta have saved one, right? And put it somewhere. Like you gotta have an unopened box, right?
Yeah. All right, man.
If you send me that unopened box, I'll do a live YouTube video and eat it. How about that?
Right. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
All right, guys. Hey, Wayne, we'll see you later. Jets fans, talk soon.